When it comes to selecting the right tip for your lab application, the choices can seem daunting. There are several types of tips available, as well as a variety of packaging options. So how do you go about making the right choice?
That one, can you imagine?
Perhaps most important to note is the fact that there is a specific tip for every application. There is never any need to alter a pipette tip. Max, those are precision instruments. You can't just cut the end off.
Yes, and I need precisely this much glycerol.
The first consideration when selecting your tips is the type of pipette you are using. Are you using an air displacement or positive displacement pipette? For standard pipettes, you'll use a standard tip. For positive displacement pipettes, you'll use a capillary piston tip. Once you've made that distinction, you'll have more choices to make. Autoclavable tips come in several different packaging options. Loose, in-bulk packaging offers an economic solution for routine applications. These can be hand-loaded in empty tip racks for convenience, or autoclaving in the laboratory. Tips also come racked in a 96 well format in tip packs with a hinged lid to protect against dust. Racked tips can also come factory sterilized in a sealed tip rack and different waste and budget saving options. When working with contaminating aerosols, you should use a tip with a filter or capillary piston fitted on a positive displacement pipette. Filter tips can also be ordered factory irradiated, delivered in a sealed tip rack. Regardless of which tip you choose for your application, proper technique is a must to ensure results. Do not tap the tip onto the pipette like a hammer. To fit a disposable tip on a single-channel pipetteman, lower the pipette into the tip and use a slight twisting movement. Twisting the pipette to seat the tip firmly on the tip holder. When using a multi-channel pipetteman, you should also avoid hammering or pounding on tips. The patented Rocky Rack technique is recommended to easily fit tips to a multi-channel pipetteman from tip pack, tower pack, blister refill, and reload packs. With a capillary piston tip, the Microman E Quick Snap system makes it easy to load. Simply press the Microman E on the capillary piston until it is firmly seated, pick up the CP from the rack, and press the plunger button until you feel and hear a slight click, and continue to press to the first stop. There is never any need to touch contaminated tips. Hold the pipette over a waste container and press the tip ejector button on Pipetteman or Microman E to press the push button completely to the second stop. Always change tips when transferring single samples of different liquids. A high-quality tip will always yield better results. Every Pipetteman Diamond Precision tip is individually marked with an identification number to guarantee its traceability from packaging to delivery to the laboratory. So you'll always know what tip was used, what mistakes were made, or any other data you need to track for a successful experiment.